I did. I messed up. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to click the pictures off on the beat. So the All About Aviation was then the rest of it, and then I was trying to get the thumbnail picture off, and I wound up clicking the wrong eyeball on OBS. Hey man, you can actually download shit now on Microsoft 2024. How about that, kids? Yay! We can download shit. Look at my downloads. Here, let me show you. So again, I am in the SU3 beta, I believe it's called now. Which if I go to my library and I type in FSReborn for the aeroplane I'm gonna be flying tonight. All right, so landing rate I installed since it didn't work last night. That's from 4Simmers. And then FSReborn. You can see, oops, come on, state. See, this is installed too, so you can actually install stuff now right from here. I just like, let's say I wanted to install. Let's go back to all. Let's say I wanted to install this, the world liveries, right, from 2Pilot. Just click on it. It'll say download. You download it, and then you install it. That easy. That easy now, just like it was before. Thank you, Microsoft. If you hear another dude's voice in the background, that's either Max Velocity or Ryan Hall. Like I said, I'm not looking at the chat too much tonight. I am more worried about the severe tornadoes that are heading our way. Well, they need to come a lot farther to get here, but very possible they could show up. So this airplane, when you are where's my controls, bitch? Where did my controls go? Let me plug it back in. All my controls is gone. I might have to restart the simulator. Wow, where did they all go? Hang on a second. They were all right here a moment ago. Every single one of them. All right, let me damn, what happened? All right, let me restart the simulator. I was going to show you this particular plane, this FSReborn Piper. It's got so many names, this airplane. Malibu Meridian M500, P46T, whatever you want to call it. In this simulator, there's a beta range that you're supposed to use at the taxi. It's kind of behind the idle, you know, behind the idle detent, and typically that's what you would use to taxi this airplane. That way you don't have to ride the brakes a lot. You know, it works pretty well. It kind of uses. It's kind of like reverser in a way. You know, when you're trying to slow down, except you can taxi with it. Well, I set it up the throttle for it. It's pretty easy to do. I'll show you. It's in the instruction manual from FSReborn with this airplane. But if you're having trouble with it, I'll show you where to go. Because it took me, now, I've said before I'm an idiot. I mean, I figured it out, but it took me a minute to find out where the sensitivity settings were for the throw levers. Like, I know where they are for the yokes, for the yoke and the rudders. That's easy. But for the throw levers, the four that I have, I did not know there was a sensitivity setting in those, but there is. It doesn't affect the way it slides or maneuvers. It just affects when it activates, or where it activates. I'll show you what I'm talking. Let me. I don't know what happened to the controls. It was working fine. I went into the airplane, made sure Navigraph was working, made sure all the realism stuff was on, made sure the controls were good. I go out, I start the stream, and then I go back into my controls, and then my controls are missing. I just want to fly an airplane. Can we just have one video or one stream with Microsoft where something does not go wrong in the beginning? There have been some big ass tornadoes in like the Dixie Valley, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama. I mean, there have been some mamma jammas out there. I saw one where the correlation coefficient was dark blue in a round circle like this. That's bad news bears. Usually that means there's a lot of debris swirling around a tornado, because the correlation is different than what is supposed to be there, which is rain. All right. Yeah, that's if you're looking at tornadoes, looking at the correlation coefficient is usually the best way to figure out if there's debris or not. One of the tornadoes yesterday, debris was getting thrown up into the atmosphere almost 20,000 feet in the air. Ridiculous. All right, we're gonna use I always like the livery here, the Firefly livery. That one's not bad. This one's okay. Not really sure. This lime green one's kind of hot too. Actually, you know what? I haven't used that lime green one. We'll use that lime green one. Actually, I don't know. This Aurora is kind of. Yeah, let's do this Aurora. That Aurora. That look real good. That look real good. All right. Now that we got that chosen, let's go and check our controls. Hey, our right controls back. Yay, they're back. So I had no idea. Now I know, like in the yoke, like setting it up, like I know where sensitivity is there, but I didn't know that you could actually go in here and go to hardware settings. So the throw lever, the number one throw lever, there's only one engine on this airplane, is joystick slider Y. So the dead zone is supposed to be 5%. And then I put this is supposed to be a minus 30. So what I did was I moved the lever to where I wanted idle to be. And then all I did was just move neutral up to this line. In the booklet, they say put this up to 70%, which is like here, which means like you only have like this much of the throw lever for positive rate. I tried it, I didn't like it. So we're gonna put this back yonder, 35s. All right, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get in the airplane. All right, let's save. This is the airplane where you need to feed people and give them drinks and shit. Now this, once again, you know, I like to base these off of real flights. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Display capture. See? And 611AK KAPA to KFMN Malibu Meridian P46T. This is our plane. This is what we flying tonight. Rocky 6 HBU. What's HBU? Head bitch and that's HBIC. All right, whatever. And then RSK. So that's what we're gonna be flying tonight. Let's jump into this aeroplane. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. You know you want to do it. You know you want to come back and hear me ramble on and watch me fly these zeros and ones. All right, we have live weather on. We'll adjust the time in there if we have to. Let's go ahead and just choose. I think I'm using run rate 35 right. Take off. We'll just park over here. That looks good. At departure. Yeah, this is the one where you got to feed the people and give them pillows and shit. Like these people are a pain in the ass. Where is what I'm looking for sound. I didn't really pay attention to the weather too much today until it started coming up closer to Kentucky with real bad weather, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not too far from Kentucky. Not today. Hey, look, it put my tail number. It put my number on there. That's my number. It's a good looking airplane. Version 1.28. What this is. And it's, according to FSReborn's website, it's supposed to work in Microsoft 2024 and Microsoft 2020. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Oh yeah, and let me hang on, let me get part of the checklist out here. So the checklist that they have here, I don't mind using it to an extent. Where's the aircraft? Like, I don't mind using it now, but once we start taxiing, I don't like using it. I like using the one that's in the booklet here on page 119. And then I go to page 136 after that. And that lets me look at what our cruising range is. All right, pre-flight. Let's come down here. This is a really dope airplane if you guys haven't seen this before. All right, so since I just loaded this airplane, like I have no time anywhere. No time on anything. I have all the realism turned on. Look, electrical. But you can read for yourself. You can. Oh, wait a minute. Why did this shit? That failed. So we got all that. Go to flight plan. Let's import from SimBrief. Here's our flight right here. We have the usual suspects here. ETAR, arrival, charts. Pull them in. All right, so here we go. So you can put your covers here. Let's put our chocks back on. Put the cones out. Let's get our GPU connected. Slip that thing in there, buddy. Oh, it feels so good. Oh my. If you don't like that kind of feature where it's called action cameras, you can turn it off, but I have it turned on for landing gear, exiting, flaps. All right, let's go back to ground ops. Let's go ahead, put a red carpet down, and let's load. All right, so that's going. We'll skip all that if we have to. Let's do our pre-flight shit. Maintenance, flight plan, or oh yeah, we got to open it. Where'd the red carpet go? No red carpet, FSReborn. Oh yeah, what kind of vehicle do I have for them to come in? Limousine, white. No, I don't want the preview. I want okay, bitch, I got you. Yeah, white's good. Don't we have an SUV as well? Yeah, I want the SUV. We trying to get as much carbon as possible. And let me ground charts, airport, and departure. We have, what is our Rockies? Go back here. All right, GPU's on, wheel chocks removed. All the covers are off. Okay, that's done. Electrical switches. Everything looks off. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to show you. So with this beta range here, when I pulled this back, now I can go into reverse mode. So that was the whole point of setting it up like that, so I can use beta range. All right, circuit breakers, they all look in. They look in. Them's looking. All right, ECS is off. Park and brake is set. Lever's pulled off. Power level's idle. Ignition lever is cut off. Emergency switch on. Why I didn't, alright, it doesn't matter. It's on anyways because of the GPU. Alright, let's turn the battery switch on. Make sure our fuel is 90 now. When this fills up, you may get a you may get an error warning at some point about the weight being wrong. I'm gonna give this, once he shows up, I'm gonna give him a few seconds to line up. If he doesn't line up in a few seconds, we're firing him, because if it's the same driver that was in Microsoft 2020, he takes forever to park the damn thing. He needs to be at like the absolute perfect spot. All right, fire. Right. It's all done. Check the battery voltage out. .28, that's fine. Fuel pump switch is manual. We'll wait to do the rest of this checklist. He's arriving. Let's see what's going on with him. Still trying to park, or is he okay? Should see the hose connect to each side of the airplane. I may have to skip you, buddy. Yeah, all right, we're gonna skip him. All right, let's now we can put the fuel pump. Well, I'll wait to put the fuel pump on until people go up. Boarding vehicle. Where's the limousine at? You might just skip this too. They're not going to get their selfies with me. They're supposed to take selfies and shit like that. Alright, fuck it. We're just going to continue. And then we'll just do instant if we have to. Okay. So let's do fuel pump. Manual. You have left and right. Fuel pump is on right there. Ignition switch manual. Ignition on should be yep, ignition on. Are you here yet? Start mode switch. Oh, I'm not trying to start yet. Hang on, shit. Let's get the people inside, then start up. They got 2 minutes. I'm not waiting. Fuck them. Okay, let's close this door. Start mode switch. Huh, this is not starting the way it used to. All right, let me put the condition lever on first, and we'll hold this button in. That's not how it's supposed to be. Oil pressure's rising. Good. Run. DOS. Good. Alright, let's put the generator switch on. Avionics. Oh. Alright, fuel switch. Auto, we can close that. Okay, off. Fuel pumps auto. Double check the oil pressure. Good. Right, before taxiing, avionics on. MFD turns on. Gas messages. Pilot pre-flight. Flight director on, set our I do it with this. Beautiful. Alright, autopilot, let's check the pitot switches. They turn on. Alright, that turns on. Put our taxi light on. Nav switch on. Alright, cabin controls, radio, avionics, we'll check all that out in a minute. I want to get the flaps are retracted. I want to get the climate control. Rudder trim, we got to set this to 2 or 3 here, so let's hold this to the right. Alright, that's good. Let's actually do it back just a little. That's fine. Lead air in. This one normal. Okay, turn this on low. You know what? Let me see what temperature they're at right now. They might be okay. Security cones we can get rid of. Let me check the people. Alright, let's get them something to eat and something to drink. So 22 is okay. They may start complaining. Let's get them to put their seatbelts on. Let's get rid of the 2. That's good. Destination elevation. Set that later. It's already in there though. 5507. Stall warning test.
Stall.
The altimeter. $29.96. Alright, let's contact AT and get clearance. Come on, system. You can flip it over automatically.
R053 Zulu. Wind 290 at 11 gusting 19er. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Fuel at 10,000 feet. Temperature 19er. Dew point -6. Altimeter 29er 6. Density altitude 7700 feet. Arriving and departing runways 35 right, 35 left, 28. Advise on initial contact, you have information golf.
Centennial Airport, Centennial clearance. AX3219 requesting IFR clearance. To Four Corners, we have information.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Alright, let me look at the checklist here. Okay, before engine start, after engine start, before taxiing, that's all done. Okay, taxiing, so we got taxi and then the engine unit.
219 cleared to Four Corners via the Rocky 6 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 9,000. Expect flight level 24010 minutes after departure. Departure on 132.75, squawk 3447. Expect runway 35 left.
Here to Four Corners via the Rocky 6 departure, then is followed. Climb and maintain 9,000. Expect flight level 24010 minutes after departure. Departure on 132.75, squawk 3447. Expect runway 35 left. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. Alright, let's change the airport. I mean the
AX3219, read back correct.
okay, departure. And we're still doing Rocky 6. Now we're doing 35 left. And we still have HBU. Payload. Okay. Oh, we got to get rid of that manual sequence there. Get rid of it. Very good. Okay. Menu. Let's go back to flight plan. Okay. Very good. Then detail. Yeah, I like it on the least amount of detail as possible. Make sure our transponder is on. Turn it on. And very good. This is on the right thing here, GPS. Alright, let's taxi out. So for taxi, oh, I need taxi clearance. The contact ground. 121.8. Centennial ground, AX3219 requesting taxi clearance to runway 35 left.
AX3219, taxi to runway 35 left via Alpha 12, Alpha 16, cross runway 35 right, then Bravo 16, Bravo.
Taxi to runway 35 left via Alpha 12, Alpha 16, cross runway 35 right, then Bravo 16, Bravo, AX3219. Let's look at this. Now let me look at my peoples real quick. Ooh, they're starting to get hot. Alright, we gotta put the air conditioning on, I guess. Well, let's turn this all the way down first before we put the air conditioning. See if that cools them out. Alright, reference docs. So, Alpha 12, right here. Alpha 16. Okay, Alpha 16 cross. We're good. Let's go, bitch. All right, so for taxiing, we just need, that's about it. All right, brakes off. Not really sure which way we're facing here. Oh, yeah, we got to go this way, I think. Going to beta range. Beta! Take my parking brakes off? Yes, I didn't. I don't like this paint job. It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, we are in beta range right now, as you can see. But that's what they suggest. Alright, I know we probably shouldn't put this up to 24,000 now, but that's what I'm gonna do. Sounds annoying. Sounds like somebody crunching up some papers. Shouldn't really be stopping in beta range like that. At least it doesn't do that on 2020. Alright, I think we're getting ready to come up on... I know we still got a little bit of time to go. I'm wondering how I have this set up for beta range. I'm wondering if I can do that with like big airlines, you know, Airbuses and Boeings, and use that for reversers. I'm wondering if you can set it up like that. I'm about to try it. The tower. Set them. One of my favorite airplanes. This thing is so cool. The other airplanes FSReborn made are very similar to this, but not as in-depth. This one is like the most in-depth. They usually fly with this style map on these kind of planes. I like knowing my proximity to the ground. You can always change it. You can switch it to a regular map, you know, if you wanted. X-red. And I usually run without much detail on the map just to save on the memory. I'm so used to playing on Xbox where the screens would crash all the time. We're almost there. Oh, man. It's such a bad storm. My goodness. No acrobatic maneuvers. Well, there goes my landing. I was gonna nosedive, but guess they got different plans. Put on our strobe lights. Getting ready to cross the runway. It's a nice house up there, man. We need to go live at that house. Alright, here we go, crossing the runway. Somebody's coming down the line. Yes, I put my strobe lights on early, but still got them on. Hurry up and get out of the way. Alright, let's do our run up, turn the strobe lights off. Alright, let's put the parking brake on. Put this back in idle. Okay, so for the run up, we need to do... Oh, let me check my peoples real quick. Whoa! Alright, air conditioning needs to go on. Sorry, guys. Alright, you guys will cool down here. Let me give you some pillows. Alright, so for the run up, power lever, 1900 RPMs. Close enough. Alright, push and hold the governor switch. Alright, we can hear it going down. Let's release. Put it back down to idle. Alright, power lever idle, reverse lockout switch, hold 5 seconds. One 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, release. Be extinguished. It is. Generator switch off. Let's make sure the alternator takes the load. Yep, alternator took the load. Generator back on. Alright, before takeoff, generator switch on, alternator, bleed air, normal, fuel temperature, ignition manual, auto pump fuel pump manual, heat on, curb light, landing light. Let's check the flight instruments. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Butters work just fine. Alright, let's turn the air conditioner down. Alright, that's all good. We don't need the flaps. We need to make sure our trim is good. That's okay. Trimmer and heading bud. Start sync. Let's put our nav on. Alright, so that is good. Let's talk to the tower. Centennial Tower, AX3219, holding short runway 35 left, ready for departure.
AX319, Centennial Airport Tower, runway 35 left, winds 300 at 9 or gusting 21, cleared for takeoff.
Get our charts out again. If you live in Knoxville, Huntsville, actually Huntsville, Alabama, the most amazing thing happened there today. There was a super huge wedge tornado heading their way. And right before it got to Huntsville, it dissipated, reorganized, and dropped after the city. It is the wildest thing. I'll make the time a little bit earlier here in a little bit. I love the way this airplane lights up at night though. Go. A little rough, but that's okay. Your positive rate, landing gear up. Go on auto. We be at 1313 max. Good there. ITP.
Centennial Airport Tower, contact departure.
Good. 770 max. Contact departure. AX3219. Have a good day. Centennial departure. Good evening. AX3219. Currently climbing through 7,000 feet for flight level 240. Maintain 17,000, AX319. Alright, let's put the hull dampener, nav, we can do ENAV, and let's
AX3219, climb and maintain flight level 240.
I maintain flight level 240, AX319. Flight level change. Autopilot. What's going on with the autopilot in there? Autopilot on. good now, autopilot. I have the autopilot on real, like realism, so if my yoke is not at the kind of at the proper place, then it's going to be impossible for it to capture. So I think we're good. Autopilot on. So we should be around 140. 140 knots for climbing, actually. I didn't notice that until just now. Cruise climb, use 140 to 20,000 feet, 125 to 30,000. Yeah, I didn't see that until now. Check our peoples. Hungry and thirsty. It's a difficult little airplane to fly sometimes. I don't know why. I think I have autopilot on real. Oh, I might not be able to do it now because I'm flying the plane. Yeah, that takeoff could have been a little better. I mean, I had the rudder stamped all the way to the right, and it was still going off to the left. I'm not sure what that's about, but I just blame it on being 2024. If this was 2020, it probably would have worked right. I mean, you know, you got problems with the airplane already when you go and choose it and it says MSFS 2020 on it. It doesn't say MSFS 2024, it says MSFS 2020. So we just got to make up with a good landing. All right, so for climbing we're okay. Let's look at our so NG, we can be up to 101. Torque, we can actually be up to 1313, and we can be up to 770. Let's move our power up just a little bit. I probably should have did the calculations before takeoff to figure out what my max power setting would be for takeoff. I didn't do that. All I did was just move it until it said red, and then it showed red, and I moved it back a little bit. So I think our takeoff probably would have been a little smoother if we had the correct, you know, power setting. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You don't do it either. Don't look at me like that. You don't do it either. You know that. And we're off. Put on some tunes. I don't know if I'm gonna stay on camera the whole time. We'll see. That'd be so scary having one of these huge tornadoes come at you at nighttime. Oh yeah, we got to make sure our transponder's in altitude. That's one thing I would like to see them improve on, is how long it takes sometimes the letters and numbers to show up. I know that's got to do with DLSS. I wish the DLSS, there's more options on. Maybe it's just my computer, I don't know. But I know when I use TIAA, it doesn't do that. It's only when DLS. There's less choices now in my system now for video options. You know, as far as like in this simulator, 2020 is okay, but in this one, I have less options for my graphic settings than I did before. I don't know if it's because of an NVIDIA update and Microsoft just hasn't updated their end yet, or if it's the other way around. what's my code to save seats? Is it Control Shift number 5? Yep. Control Shift. Control Shift 1 through 5. 1 through 10 actually. I'd like to know where my croissants are and shit. Where's, oh, here.
3219, contact Denver Center on
Can't believe they put my pillows on the ground. Bastards. Got my macaroons, my post-it notes. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna come back to that. No, hang on. Contact Denver Center on 119.85 X3219. For the longest time, I thought this was post-it notes, like the ones you peel off. I think that's a tap of butter. That could be butter. Maybe it did. Maybe it's okay. I thought it was post-it notes for the longest time. 11985 Everest Central. Good evening, Everest Central AX3219, currently climbing through 16,000 feet for flight level 240.
AX319 Denver Center. Good evening, Aurora, altimeter 29.901.
901. I need to pause this first, just a second. It's driving me nuts that it's on auto. Probably no frame generation. Oh, it's just as bad. Hi, AMD. That's worse. Let's do TAA. That's a little better. Okay. Settings. Let's do that. And it's like. I didn't push it. Oh well. Oh yeah, that's much better. Alright, we'll just put it on 2996. I can't, since this button won't let me push on it. I tried every combination that I normally use. Alright, let's go to my cruise chart. We're getting ready to be cruising. That's on 132. What's my outside temperature? Minus 18. And I'm at 24,000 feet.
Flight 4418, Denver Center, contact Denver Tower on 124.3.
In fact, Denver Center, contact Aurora. Contact Denver Center on Never mind, you're not talking to me. My bad. AX3 219. You're not talking to me. I forgot I have chatter turned on. All right, so we're looking at negative 20.
AX3 219, Denver Center. Good evening. Radar contact.
Radar contact. We're going to be looking at a power rating of... Oh, we might have to flip to the next chart. All right, let's just let it continue. Let's move our power up a little bit. We have some room to move. Still got 10% on the NG. Still got 100 degrees on the ITT, and we still got 100 pound-feet of torque on the top ones there. Boy, Knoxville is getting crushed right now. God, there's 7 tornado warnings right now. Fucking nuts. Guess I should look at the chat. Is anybody chatting? Oh. Oh, what's up, Scalebait? It's in the title. It's a Piper Malibu Meridian P46T. And the I don't know. It's in the thumbnail, it's in the title, and it's in the about section, dude. FSReborn Piper Malibu Meridian, sometimes known as the M500. It's P46T is the code for it. You're gonna look it up like in FlightAware or something like that. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I try to put the name of the plane in the thumbnail all the time, the about section, and the title. All 3 places. All right, we're almost at our cruising altitude. What are we looking at? Temperature 22. Fuel is looking okay. Customers are... I'm telling them to turn the seatbelts on. Maybe I want to turn up the heat a little bit. We're probably going to be looking at a max power rating of 24,000 feet there. All right, my finger's on the line. 1254, 1262, somewhere in that area maybe. Landing tonight, we have over here. So we're looking at minus 27 to minus 28 degrees. Oh yeah, 1262 is... The 1262 will be our max pound-feet of torque. Let's move this up a little bit. Part of setting up this throttle lever to do beta range, you need to be really careful at this stage where I'm at. I have like both fingers on it like this and just kind of moving it, just kind of using like the back of my hand just to move it up just a little bit at a time. I don't want to damage the engine at 24,000 feet. All right, that's good enough for me. All right, cruise performance. Outside air, negative. All right, our fuel flow should be... That's looking good. We are all done. Let's go back to our checklist page so I can look at that for descent when the time comes. We got a little bit until we descend. $300. We're coming in right to RSK. So I would say that would be... Oh, I just call it like it is. 7,800 feet. Alright, actually, we can actually go up. Alright, 7,800 feet. About 45 minutes. Do I have an approach in here? Load, HBU, our approach. All right, very good. So we got about 45 minutes until we descend. You see with our power rating, we're almost at max. Cruise, good, real good. We don't need to look at the other map, you know, the departure map. We can look at that. All right, that's good. Breckenridge, Colorado, some good skiing there. Which direction was Breckenridge? You know, that takeoff tonight It says here rotation at 85 to 100 knots. I don't think the plane took off until we got to like 120. Maybe that's part of the reason. I don't know. I thought I had the trim set right. I mean, it was on takeoff, but maybe we should have had it turned up a bit more because of the weight. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Somebody stole a hot mustard off my desk. Damn. Jeez. Did it. They stole it. I had two honey mustards and two hot mustards on my desk from McDonald's. One of my kids stole. I still got 2 more flights planned. Still got a CRJ, and we got your Q400 in X-plane. I just put up another Aerofly video yesterday. I'm gonna make one of Blackhawk again. That's a fun. The Blackhawk and Aerofly is so much fun to fly. So much fun. Hover mode netting is awesome. New tornado warning. Yeah, outside of those, I don't really know what else to do next. I mean, we've kind of flown a lot of stuff recently. There's nothing new out that I really want to fly. There's nothing I really want to buy. I guess we could go back and I wonder if the free 737, I get the name of it, on X-plane, whatever, the good one that's free, like the modded one. I think you buy it on Orbix, or you download it on Orbix or on Trail. But anyways, I wonder if they have had an update recently. Also haven't checked out any of the airplanes from FS. It's the A320, the A380, FS something or something. What are they called? I'm looking them up right now. Oh, fly-by-wire, that's it. Yeah, we haven't flown them in a minute. God, here we go. Straight out. Oh my God. Haters are some scary motherfuckers. Dude, I bought rosemary turkey yesterday. Belly meat turkey where they slice it. I made me a rosemary turkey sandwich for dinner tonight. I'll tell you, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I haven't had rosemary turkey before from the store. I mean, I've had rosemary on turkey at home. But yeah, man, that shit was just enough. I don't know how they got the rosemary to stick on it. Just enough rosemary on the little skin of the turkey. Awesome. Has some Chick-fil-A sauce on it, Dijon mustard, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of sriracha. Also just a couple of drips and drops. Ate a banana with it. If there's not a tornado there, there's one real close, because a lot of power flashes, a lot of lightning. All right, we must be turning, I think. Now, I believe our top of descent's going to be on here as well. If I remember correct. Yeah, see, it puts our top of descent. That's cool. Yeah, FSReborn makes a pretty damn good plane. Alright, they're hungry and thirsty again. Let's feed them. Fix the pillows. They have me as a woman. Damn, they always got me as a woman. I need to fix that. That's a real butch looking woman too. It's not even like one thing about it's hot, but all butch looking. Yeah, it's a cool little view. I like that. Got my little Schmendrick sticking out here on the bottom. My little hoo-ha, my little wing wing. A little doodad. This must be all the ski slopes right here at Breckenridge. What's up, big boy? I don't know which one I like. I guess this one would be the best, I guess. But we'll go back inside and just look at it from the window. It's a bit quieter. Oi! It's a bit quieter inside the airplane. Inside the airplane. It's just a little bit quieter. It looks pretty cool out. I don't know if I should make it brighter or not. Like, I kind of like it getting darker. Oh no, no, no. Oh no! 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 I didn't mean to do that. Son of a bitch. Alright, nav is on and altitude.
X3219, I need you at flight level 240, sir.
Copy that, going to flight level 240 now, X3219. How did that happen? I thought that was a table that I could take out. I didn't realize, I didn't know that was the handle of the door until it was too late. My passengers are fucked. We're getting there. Oh yeah, let me see what the passengers are saying right now. It's actually not bad that we opened the door. Alright, they're okay. It's actually kind of cool that the door opened up. I kind of like that. Alright, we can move this back up again. Where we kind of had it before. Alright, that's close enough. Our cabin is starting to come up to the right altitude. The thing that sold me on this airplane at first was this like green like Tron bike, you know, the bikes from Tron. That kind of, it's kind of look. When I see this, it reminds me of like the bikes from Tron. All right, I think by the time we descend, we'll be at the right altitude in the cabin here. I can't believe I did that. That's funny. I was like, let me see what that button does. Yeah, I thought this was a table. I was like, I don't remember a table you can open up. That's cool, we can turn on lights and shit. FSReborn. It's so pretty flying over this. I don't know if I like it more than the Alps or not. The Alps, it's like something magical about flying over the Alps. The Rockies are cool, but something magical about flying over the Alps. At least for me, I love it. We should fly over Everest one of these days. Take an airplane that barely can make it to like 30,000 feet. Have one that like climbs, like this one here. This 30,000 feet is the top end. Maybe we can take like a, I don't know, it's a TBM-9, go up there. Oh, you know what plane will do it? I think the Avanti, P whatever 60.
X3219, descent coming up in about 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
Roger that. We're good at this altitude right now, but we'll wait for your call for us to descend. AX3219. Bitch, I just said that. Saw a pair of headphones last night online I wanted to buy. I think they're from Finland maybe, or I think they're somewhere in Scandinavia, but they're made for listening to heavy metal music. I think they're called Heavy, I think is the name of the headphones. I'm gonna have to look at it again. They look so awesome. That's not what I want. All right, we're getting there. I don't even know where the emergency bleed switch is. I was looking for it, but I've never had to use it before. I really wish we could use this system down here, but yeah, see, when I took off, this center, this was like, it was like right up here, but I guess that wasn't enough. There's bleed. I don't see the emergency unless it's in one of these like settings back here, but I don't think it is. Still can't believe that happened. Oh, nice. You can pull up charts on here. That's pretty cool. Look, it has METAR. That's cool. And I don't really need it on there. Well, you know what? Actually, that might be a good idea. Let's plug in our airport. Oh, I do have a Learjet 45 video planned for Aerofly coming up, actually. All right, approach. Info. Oh well. You're watching me diligently try to figure out this fucking system. It might not have charts built into okay. That's all on. Yeah, see, it still has airport info, even though... That's all been fixed now. All right, let's make it a little brighter out. A little too dark now. Nice little flight. This is a different flight than I originally had planned. I originally had planned flying this plane from Houston to Gulfport, Alabama, but I forgot the tail number and I didn't save it in FlightAware, so I just picked this one tonight, actually. Check the peoples out. They're doing okay. We're doing okay. After we make this turn, I want to get the localizer course and all that set up. Let's see what it is here. We got 256. Should have 111.9 already programmed. I have 1 and 2. That's good. I like that. I don't like that they did it automatically, but done. After we make this turn in a few miles, we'll go ahead and make sure it says 256 for the course. And I like option 3 usually. Wow. Oh no, it's not option 3. I like this one better. Wow, look at that. Look at that wheel. Bearing 1 will be the ILS. This one will be FMS. That's all good. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Oh shit. Hang on, I didn't sync heading. Alright, now let's go into heading. Alright. Now let's switch our nav source. Let's click the guy. Of course, the 256. Right, let's move number 2 X as well. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go back into nav mode. We got 107 miles to RSK. Where is our oh, we got KFM now. All right, still no hey, look at that. Look at that there. Look at that. Look at that shot. Very cool. Look at it. It's so awesome. Wow. Oh my god. Alright. It's like super amazing. Yeah. Oh, can't get down there. Can't get down there to get to the map, to get to them to show any maps. That's all right. I don't really care. I want to see VNAV. Let me go back a screen. KAPA descents in about 12 minutes. We'll start our descent now. Hit the contact again. Denver Center, AX3 219. We'd like to start our descent into 4 corners.
AX3 219, whatever you'd like. Descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend, maintain flight level 200, AX3 219. Descend and maintain flight level 120, AX3 219. God, that's so annoying. Either they're trolling us or that's just how they wanted it to sound. That is a super fucking obnoxious sound. It's like you got your ear right next to a keyboard. Somebody just clacking away on Twitter all day. What'd they say the altimeter was? What? One. Okay, 0 or 9. I don't think that's right. I do not think that's right. All right, arrival 3001. Oh, it's 3008. That's not bad. Let's see what Navigraphs says here. Oh, I don't have Navigraph here. All right, let me. .009. I'll be damned. That's like one of the first times I've seen them get it right. All right, more snacks. Very good. All right, for descent, windshield heat on, fogger. Ice protection equipment, altimeters, destination elevation, and cabin controls. Destination elevation, that should still be 57 something or something. Yeah, 5707, that's what we got. Guess I don't need to hit standard anymore. Ah, okay. Aha! Oh no! Okay. What's up, yo? Crackly. Am I muted? I can be. Like me to be muted for a minute? Alright, I'll mute. No, I'm muted. Okay. I'm back. Did you miss me? Did you miss me, bitch? Alright, we're almost at 1-2000. Did they call for anything else when I was muted? Nope. Side to maintain. Good job. Really, the only thing we got to do with landing at some point is just put the fuel and the ignition pumps back on manual. Well, I hope 12,000 feet's okay. Yes, it is. -7.
3219, contact Denver approach on 118.575.
Contact Denver, approach on 118.575 AX3219. Denver approach, good evening, AX3219 descending to flight level 120. We're going for the ILS approach on runway 25 left.
AX319, Denver approach. Good evening, Farmington, altimeter 30.12. Expect the ILS runway 25 approach into Farmington.
I don't think we're at the right altitude, guys. I think they had us descend. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, we need to climb again. Denver Center, AX3219 requesting altitude now of 16,000 feet.
AX3219, descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
You dumb. We need to clear mountains. I am requesting flight level 160, AX3219.
AX3219, climb and maintain flight level 160.
Motherfuckers. I was looking at the display here and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we're going to be able to clear those mountains at the... Denver approach, AX3219. We're actually requesting flight level 145.
Black 3219, climb and maintain 14500 feet.
Alright, at this temperature and altitude, we should be -6. About 1221 should be the maximum for us.
AX3219, descend and maintain 12,000.
Safe? Negative, Denver approach. We'd like to clear these mountains. Give us about 3 minutes and then we'll start our descent to 12,000. Copy that. We'll descend to 12,000 feet in 3 minutes. AX3219. Yeah, we were descending. I was looking at that. I'm like, man, I do not think we're gonna clear those mountains. And then I saw the radio altimeter pop up, and it said 2,500. I was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. We've come too far to crash in the mountains tonight. We're not recreating the movie Alive here. We're trying to Get another soft and buttery touchdown. We gotta fly the A350 again. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I know that was I know we came in on one wheel. We came in on that one wheel skid last night, but that thing was smooth. That thing was soft. You've been watching my channel long enough, you know I like them soft and buttery touchdowns. Man, now Georgia's getting pounded. God, please. These storms have been slow moving today too, man. Sometimes these storms move real quick. These storms have just been like taking their time. And it's been one after another. And it just starts a little thunderstorm pops up, and then all of a sudden it just blows up. Comes this big old mesoscale. Or meso whatever. Mesocyclone. That's it. Crazy how loud this music gets. And I have it like turned all the way down. It still seems so loud. So loud. Might be close to 3 minutes. We're getting there. All right, let's move our altimeter. 12,000. That's saying 30. Oh, 010. I wonder if that's what's in Yep. Okay, so it's like tied into Navigraph. That's good.
Check gear.
And our landing speed should be somewhere around 85 knots indicated airspeed, so see how that goes. Denver approach AX3219. We've descended to flight level 120, waiting for your next instruction.
AX3219, maintain flight level 120. Expect further instructions shortly.
Descend, maintain 8800, turn right heading 210 vectors for the ILS runway 25 right approach, AX3219. Alright, so let's plug in 8. Continue our descent. And heading, we have 210. And we could actually switch our CDI now. Let's switch it. Localizer now. Turn this off. Put our landing lights back on. Them to buckle up. Something more to drink again. Red, you're dead. Alright, we're good for the rest of our flight. It looks like we can go back to a regular map, I guess. That guy thinking it's so good. I don't want to get up there until we land though. Miles to RFK, or RSK actually. Our localizer going up here, the ILS. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Sir. Don't think about it, just do it. You know you want to see more of this content. I don't think they have us actually going to the right place actually. I don't think we should be at 210 right now. It looks like we're heading right for the airport. Yeah, we're gonna turn back towards our flight plan here, because RSK is only like a few miles from where we're going. Yeah, I mean RSK is like 4 miles, 5 miles, like, let's make it harder. Line back up again with our blue line here.
3219, turn right, heading 195.
right heading 195, AX3219. Hey, I mean, they say so. I don't know. He's on manual. Actually, we'll wait for that. The ground looks pretty cool here in New Mexico. That's pretty cool looking.
AX3219, turn left heading 185.
Turn left heading 185, AX3219. We could actually put the gear down now. It's below 168, you can put it down. Oh, there's our airplane. Our METAR, is it still, it hasn't been updated. It's probably too soon for it to update. Can actually activate, we won't activate approach mode yet. We can actually put our flaps down now too if I really wanted to. That flaps 10 at 168 KIAS. Oh, I think that's our airport over here. Maybe. All right, let's put our gear down. Flaps down. I guess I can leave that on again. I was gonna turn off the flaps thing because I really don't.
AX3219, 7 miles from E-Post. Turn right heading 205, descend and maintain 7800 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 25 approach.
Copy that. Turn right heading 205, descend and maintain 7800, cleared for the ILS 25 approach. 05. Got 3 green from the landing gear, that's good. Got one more settings for flaps to go. Awesome.
TX3219, contact Farmington Tower on 118.9er.
Contact Farmington Tower 118.9er, AX3219. Alright, flaps full. Farmington Tower, good evening, AX3219 on final for runway 25.
TX319, Farmington Tower, winds 280 at 8, runway 25, cleared to land.
And my control. The yaw dampener off as well. God, I would love to turn the music down right now, but I don't want to like... Oh shit. Hang on a second. Damn, I can't pause it. Alright. Get line back up again. No trim. Not being a bitch. I just wanted to move the nose trim up a little bit. I moved it backwards and we nosedived. Till I spun it backwards again for a little bit. Now we're okay. Might have to do a go around like we did last night. See though, trying not to. Now we're doing go around procedure AX3219. Please vector us accordingly.
AX3219, roger, execute the go around. Fly runway heading, climb to 7800 feet and enter the left downwind for runway 25.
Recording messed me up. air conditioning back on for that. Off a little bit. I know you're getting hot. I see you, buddy. Got the air conditioning on for it. Damn, look at that. Redmond Circle at Kuzawati Avenue. Wow. Still 420 Rome, Georgia. They're getting pounded, dude. This is a really cool area to fly over. I like it. I don't mind doing go-arounds. Don't mind at all. And that's what we did last night. We had to do a go-around. We're gonna land it this time, though. Pulling up on the glide slope altitude. Garmin Tower, we're downwind flight. We're at 7,800 feet. Ready to make our turn back to runway 25 for the ILS approach. AX3219.
AX3219, roger. Continue your turn to final for runway 25 ILS approach.
Got it. There's the airport, I believe. Landing gear down again. There's 10. Localizer captured. Glide slope is starting to show up. Let's activate approach mode. cool now. We can air conditioning, turn it up a little bit. Usually if you leave it close, the air conditioning on and close to the middle, usually that keeps them at a pretty good temperature in this area of the world. This area in the world. All right, glide slope's getting ready to get captured. Good. Flaps 20. Flaps 30. Cockpit sterile. Crazy these storms today, man. I mean, it's still pumping out these crazy ass winds and tornadoes and shit. Wild, man. Almost midnight on the East Coast here. I'm just glad that this time around, I'm glad the storms. Well, I'm glad every time storms miss us, but especially these round of storms. Hopefully, this is it for like really bad weather for the next few days. I think we might have more bad weather tomorrow, but after that I think it's going to be pretty clear for a while, at least a few days. May get some storms that pop up every once in a while, but there's going to be a really big trough of air coming down from Canada that's going to keep things pretty cool. All right, eye control. Dampener off. I like the other type of flight director better. The T-bar. This one's alright, but I like the other one better. At least, I shouldn't say I like it better. I'm more used to that one. Feet slipped on the rudders. Why did it just take off and pull to the side like that? Unless we just had a huge wind gust. Oh boy. Not the prettiest landing, but it'll work. Minus 146. Oh shit. I will take it. Let's exit the runway. I'm not really sure what the shutdown procedure.
219, welcome to Farmington. Contact ground on 121.7.
Contact ground 121.7, AX3219. Farmington ground, good evening, AX3219, leaving runway 25, taxiing to gate. Flaps backed up all the way.
AX3219, taxi to general aviation parking via Bravo Alpha Foxtrot. Good day.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Alright, fuel pump's on. I'm just gonna park here. We're just gonna shut down everything. Park and brake on. Let's turn off say attention. Stop recording. Back to that later. I'll look at that tomorrow, I guess. All right, what do we need to do here? Let's put this in idle. All right, fuel pumps auto. All right, ignition off. Climate controls. Oh no, pitot heat off. Turn that off. Ice protection, landing, taxi lights, strobe lights. Weather radar, flaps, transponder as required. Alright, park and brake is set. Cabin comfort off. Power lever idle. Zero out D switches. Alright, that's good. Fuel pump switch off. Okay, avionics switch off. Generator switch off. Alt switch off. ITT, let it stabilize for 2 minutes. Oh, whatever. We tend to stabilize for 2 minutes. All right, condition lever, cut off a feather. Feed air out. Exterior light switches off. Unload the cabin here. Unload instantly. And battery switch off. There we go. Did we damage anything? Let's see. Everything looks okay. I'm more worried about the engine. Did we damage anything here? No. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, very good. Alright, let's see about this. I've never really tried using this before. Let me see if I can play this back. Look at that. Oh no. I don't want to take control. All All right, let's see it from here. Alright, so we landed a little bit off center, but we got 146. It's not the center line that matters in the simulator, it's the buttery landings. That was pretty good, man. Of course, with practice, obviously we would get it in the center line every time if we practiced with this airplane, but we don't practice with this airplane because we just fly airplanes and try to get soft buttery touchdowns. That's all we do. We don't really care about center lines. That's cool, dude. All right, I'm getting out of here. That was cool. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm off work, actually. I have a couple of appointments tomorrow, so I'll be around tomorrow. So I'm going to do a couple more flights tomorrow, some Aerofly stuff, a couple more. Doing definitely a flight in X-Plane, definitely a flight in Microsoft. Hopefully both if I have time to. Hopefully I will have time to do both. If not, I'll be back Thursday for show. But that's about it, my friends. Stay safe out there. Hit like, hit subscribe, and tell your mama, tell your daddy about this channel. So you gotta watch this dude. Anyways, I don't care. All right, see y'all later. See ya.